98.1 KZE. MK with you, and I have some guests in the house. Delightful to have company in the form of Adam Weinert from Kaatsbaan. He's the artistic associate. Welcome back, Adam.
Great to be back.
And Dante Puleio meeting for the first time. Hello, Dante.
Oh, thanks for being here.
Dante, you are the artistic director for the Limon Dance Company. Is that correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
So last time you were here, Adam, we had a nice big rundown on Kaatsbaan's upcoming spring season. And just for a quick reminder for everybody out there listening, Kaatsbaan is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful venue out in Tivoli. It's a cultural center. You host artists for entire seasons. Do you want to give any other quick just fun facts about Kaatsbaan?
Oh, yeah. So we are 153 acres right along the Hudson River in Tivoli. And we host I think we're best known for the dance performances that we present, but also we're venturing into music, film, theater, visual art, lots of cool stuff.
Awesome. So that's the last time on Kaatsbaan, the recap. And Dante, you are helping to kick off the season this weekend.
I am.
With the Limon Dance Company. Tell us all about it.
So Jose Limon was from Mexico. He started a dance company in 1946. We just celebrated our 70th anniversary a couple of years ago. I just started as artistic director a couple of years ago as well. So
Awesome.
The past couple of years have been finding out where we're going, what the next generation of this organization looks like, and where we can bring this company and how we can get more people involved in seeing them.
Yeah. So you said you came up through the ranks, right? You were a dancer with the company.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I started back in 2000, and then I retired in 2015.
Gotcha. So 15 years, that's a very long run for a dance career, no?
It's a good amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've seen it from the dancer's perspective, and now, having creative control of it. What has that been like?
So exciting, because now I get to be on the other side and I get to make all those decisions I wish someone else would have made when I was watching. I was like, oh, why don't we try it this way? No, we can try it this way. So now I get the opportunities to do all those things and go, oh, that's why they didn't do it that way.
Experience.
Yes.
But now you've got a little bit of experience under your belt. And so what are you going to be bringing to Kaatsbaan this weekend?
We're bringing two awesome works. One is a piece called Chacon. It's actually a piece he created before he even started his company. And it's about a 10-minute long solo to a piece of Bach music. And it's just this beautiful mastery of technique. So really getting to see a dancer live inside of the form that he created. But also when he talks about the work, he talks about going into a trance, making it. So I equate that to modern day, locking myself in my room, listening to my favorite song and just dancing. And I just imagine him doing this in the 1940s, putting on the record. He talks about playing the phonograph in a living room, clearing out furniture, and just living inside of that music. So looking at the work from that perspective really excites me. And then the other piece we're bringing is called the Moors Pavane, which is the Pavane, a ballet based on the story of Othello. So down to the four characters and the infamous hanky.
Ooh. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would somebody going in cold know that it's Othello? Would they be able to tell?
I think so. Yeah. And even if you don't, there's enough of a narrative as you're watching it that you get a sense of what the story is. So even if you're not reading the program note, even if you come in totally not knowing anything, you'll definitely get a deep understanding of what's happening.
Yeah. So, it's hard to describe dance in a audio medium. So in the interest of trying to just kind of convey some of that passion, can you tell me a little bit about what drew you to modern dance in the first place?
Yeah, I started really late. I was about 19 when I started dancing. And there was just something about the Limon technique that really drew me. It was this this relationship with gravity that I had never really explored. You learn dance and you learn the steps and you do all of these steps. And then all of a sudden one day I'm in this class, it was a Limon class, and I was just dropping and swinging my arms, and I allowed my weight to fall through space, and that carried me into the next shape or the next series of steps. And once I started to understand that the weight of my body informed how I moved, that was when I was like, oh, this is this is what I need to do. This is where I need to investigate. This is how I can tell like what's my story, what's happening inside of me through movement, because I'm able to acknowledge the weight of my body falling through space.
Yeah. So just thinking about movement in a totally different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And as somebody who I've told you off mic, I'm not a good dancer per se. Like that is, even just hearing that is like mind blowing to me. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I should try that.
I highly recommend trying this at home.
In the privacy of your living room.
Right, just like Jose did.
Yeah.
Lock the door, turn off the music.
Dante Puleio is the artistic director of the Limon Dance Company. They'll be performing at Kaatsbaan Cultural Park in Tivoli this weekend, June 3rd and 4th, Saturday and Sunday, with the, I have American Ballet Theater Studio Company written down. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, split bill.
Excellent. Yeah. So Adam, also, the whole spring season kicks off tomorrow with the festival. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so tomorrow it's really a kickoff event, party, gallery opening. We have this art installation, which was curated by Hillary Green, which is in both our gallery space, but also across our campus. It's a lot of outdoor sculptures. So yeah, from 5 to 7, we've invited the public in. We have gotten some great sponsors like Malaya Estate Vineyard and Cassis Current Drink. So we'll have some nice refreshments and just a fun way to invite the artists in and kick off our festival.
Yeah. So, right, the installation we were talking about last time where you can kind of like walk around the grounds and like discover things and stretch your legs a little bit.
Totally.
Yeah, I love that. So once again, Kaatsbaan Cultural Park in Tivoli, it's kaatsbaan.org for all of the details. And you have most of this happening outside, right?
That's right. We have this, we call it the mountain stage. It has the backdrop of the Catskill Mountains behind it. And this was a stage that was created in the pandemic because we needed a COVID-safe environment to show dance. But it's now kind of our most, it's the stage we're most known for. But don't be scared. We have an indoor stage also. So if there is a strange weather event, we can accommodate performance still.
Yeah. But I mean, as we were saying, the weather is unpredictable around here these days, so don't believe necessarily what you might be seeing in the forecast.
That's right.
Kaatsbaan.org. Adam Weinert, the artistic associate for Kaatsbaan, and Dante Puleio, the artistic director for the Limon Dance Company, are my guests here on KZE today. So for the uninitiated, trying to think how to phrase this. Like, what can somebody expect coming into a modern dance performance, Dante?
That's a great question. What can people expect coming into a modern dance performance? I think the ability to see movement without having to put meaning on it. And we see something like, okay, what does that step mean? Versus allowing what you're seeing to impact how you're feeling and what you're getting from what you're seeing. You know, dance is our body's our first instrument, so our ability to just, if we see something in a party, if we're in a room and we see something over there, we know that there's something going on. We may not know what, but there's something happening because of the way a change. If someone ran into the room or someone slowly walking in, you get a sense of what's happening. So if you're able to apply that same like methodology of just allowing movement to wash over you, someone's rushing across the stage and there's obviously some sort of moment there that's happening. Someone's slowly walking through the space and they're building anticipation. So allowing that to inform you, I think, is a helpful way to get into movement. And also, if it could be said, we would say it. It's what that can't be said. That's why we're dancing it. So I hope that helps some of our uninitiated.
It does. And that also got me thinking about, kind of the same way that you react to like modern art is by, it's not necessarily a literal depiction of a scene or a person or a thing, but it's something that's intended to evoke emotion.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Which just clicked in my head. Oh, modern art, modern dance. A dodoy. Yeah. And then tell me one more time about the musical pieces that are going to be accompanying these.
So for the Chaconne will be a work Bach. And then for the Morse Pavane is Henry Purcell, arranged by Simon Sadoff.
Awesome.
And the Bach piece will be performed live.
Oh, great.
By a violinist from the Bard Music Conservatory.
Wonderful. Yeah. How did you find this person?
Through some connections we have with Bard. They're our neighbors and frequent collaborators. But his name is Chris Nelson, and he's just been lovely. And it adds so much to add the live music factor into a performance, especially in this outdoor setting. It'll be lovely.
We had a rehearsal today, and it was unbelievable just to see like the duet that's happening between a musician on stage playing the violin and then the soloist dancing. It's really magnificent.
Yeah, I mean, they must both be just absolutely loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so much like flow state that happens when when we're performing like that, and when you're doing something that's so interpretive and so artistic and personal, but you're still putting it out in front of everybody, and to be able to collaborate one-on-one in two different mediums but working towards the same thing is so beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kaatsbaan.org. Adam, will you give us one more quick just like sneak peek of what's coming in the following weekends?
Absolutely. So next weekend we have musical performances by the string quartet Ethel and the violinist Curtis J. Stewart, who just got his 3rd Grammy nomination, so we're excited to have them. We also have another dance bill on June 11th, which features the Trisha Brown Dance Company, New Jersey Ballet, and a new up-and-comer named Roderick George, who I'm very excited about. And then our final weekend is a collaboration between Emily Coates and Emmanuel Fouan, who are 2 extraordinary dance makers. And that will be both indoors and outdoors, and it weaves in astronomy and ecology in fascinating and hard to describe ways.
The fact that you just rattled that all off tells me how hard you've been working on this lineup.
Well, this is my first festival as artistic associate, so I'm very proud of the lineup and very excited for the kickoff event tomorrow.
Yeah, as you should be. Again, that's Kaatsbaan.org. And, I always kind of want to encourage people out there listening to consider this something that you can bring the whole family to.
Totally.
That's not going to be just your average. It's not going to be like a kiddie event, so the adults will be having a wonderful time, but it's also something so different to expose kids to that could inspire them to maybe become dancers, become musicians, become artists.
It's so fun. I remember in a show in the fall, there were all these kids who were in the back of the field who were dancing around, copying what they were seeing on stage. And it was just so fun to see that, because that it's not easy to achieve in a theater setting, but it's totally fun and easy for our mountain stage.
Totally. Yeah. That's the beauty of the mountain stage, is that they can do that and they can express themselves and react to things authentically without bothering anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Kaatsbaan.org. We have Dante Puleio in the studio from the Limon Dance Company and Adam Weinert from Kaatsbaan. The dance performances with the Limon Dance Company are June 3rd and 4th, this Saturday and Sunday. And the festival kicks off tomorrow with the gala and the art opening and a wonderful party that everybody should go to. Yep. That's, once again, KAATSBAAN.org. I'm getting good at that. Adam, Dante, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Great to be here.
And I put you guys on the spot and asked you to pick a song, and Dante has chosen a really good one for a conversation about dance, especially since we've just lost this icon. Here's Tina Turner, Private Dancer on KZE.